Welcome back, everyone, to the GGBL. It's been a minute since we last posted, but we are back nonetheless, and here we go. Sting up 2-1 here in game number 4. Guys, remember game number 1, it was a 5-1 victory for the Sting. Both game 2 and game 3 were simmed. Of course, we always simulate game 2 and simulate a tiebreaker. Carolina won in game number 2, so we had to break that tie with through sim. And here we are. So let's get into it. Joe Cheltenham against Trig Matthews. Got a pretty good pitching matchup on paper. This run will come home thanks to Keelan Okoye putting the ball in play. We got an error thanks to the second baseman there, an E4. So that will go down as an unearned run. Let's jump to the top of the 4th inning as Henry Castilla goes yard. And honestly, I think maybe Chris Rosario might have had a play at center field. Probably should have given that a little bit more of an effort than he did just by looking up and saying goodbye. Let's go top 5th. How about a little more extra effort there in center field by Rosario, eh? Well, Clifford Durham's got to handle this one, and it's going to fall right in. It was a little jam shot there, but another run's going to come home for the Blue Sox, and Trig Matthews not getting bailed out by his defense. 3-0 game. Let's go bottom 5. D-Will flips over to Okoye. That is the end of the 5th inning. The Sting have yet to score a run. On Cheltenham, he's been pitching very, very nicely. Only 2 hits given up with an error on both sides. Diego Almanzar will be the relief pitcher for Trig Matthews. His day is done. Only 1 game in the postseason so far for Almanzar, and he's in a little bit of a sticky situation here. Okoye puts this one in play. What a play by Aguero at first base to flip it to Almanzar, but not in time. Okoye's got the speed. He's going to get another run home, and it's 4-0. And you know what? It's not a ball that I would have swung at. He was fooled a little bit, but his speed got him a base hit. Look at that. 1 step, 1 foot cost the Sting an out. So top 6th, 2-2 pitch with the bases juiced. Huge spot for Darius Wilson. He flies out to left field. And in a 4-0 game, the Sting are going to have to come through with a big time knock. Little offensive push here. Here we go. 3-2 pitch, Pedro Murillo. Right down third base line. It's going to get the runner here to third base. So runners at second and third with only 1 down. The Sting have some life. This is huge. They got to go up 3-1. Got to happen. So Cheltenham's day is done. They're going to go to the bullpen. We'll see who is going to check in. We got Carmen Feliz. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, no walks through 3 games with a 1-0 record. He's been solid to this point. Here's a ground ball. Okoye back to first. That's going to be Atlanta's first run. That's a good thing, but you got 2 outs to work with here to try to get that run home from third. Pinkard will draw a walk. Next batter up is Chris Rosario. That one's a deep drive. That's got some legs. It's just over the wall. It's a 3-run homer for the Sting. Rosario's got 4 on the postseason to give the Sting a 4-4 tie. Whew. Talk about being in the clutch. You know what's perfect about that? What's poetic about that? Was that home run looked just like the one that they gave up to Castilla. Center fielder may have had a play if he could have got there in time. Let's see if Monteser was there. Just barely. Just barely. Even with Monteser's speed, he couldn't quite get there. Let's go to the top of the 9th. We're going to jump all the way to the 9th. We've got Monteser stealing a base. Love the aggressiveness. Get into scoring position here. 20 miles an hour. Monteser still got it. Even from his good boy days, he's still got the speed. Castilla swung on and missed. I fooled you guys a little bit there. It was an 0-1 pitch. Normally, if the guy's got 2 strikes on him, it could be a hit, could be an out, could be a strikeout, whatever. But 0-1, usually it's going to be in contact. The ball's going to be put in play, right? Well, they get a strikeout. So it was all for naught. Top of the 9th goes the Sting's way. Almanzar gets the strikeout. Got to get pumped up because now you got a shot to win this thing. So let's go to the bottom of the 9th, tied 4-4. We'll see if the Sting can get a 3-1 lead here in this series, if they can walk it off against Oliver Eller. Well, that will get it started. Danny Lytle, the second baseman who had that error earlier in the game, draws a walk. We got a little bunt here from Murillo. It's down the line, and the tag out at first is a successful bunt. It's going to move the guy over. How about Samuel Woodson? Here's a perfect example of highlight reel cheating, if you will. 0-1 count, you know it's going to be put in play. Well, he grounds out. It's as good as a bunt. Doesn't get the job done. Noah Pinker, deep drive to left. Is the play going to be made by David Gonzalez? Yes, it will. Nice speed out there by Gonzalez. If he lets that thing get by him, the game is over. So let's now jump to the top of the 10th. We got extra innings. And yes, there it is. Top of the 10th, bottom of the 11th, bottom of the 12th, bottom of the 13th. We're going to keep going. Bottom of the 14th, bottom of the 15th. Why am I doing this? Well, just to build it up, guys. How far do you think we're going? Bottom 17. We're through the 17th. What about the bottom of the 18th? 0-1 pitch to Murillo. Ground ball to Darius Wilson. He's going to make the throw to first. We are going to the top of the 19th. Fans have officially been treated to more than 2 baseball games for the price of 1. And with playoff tickets and how expensive they are, I think that that's definitely a deal. So top of the 19th goes nowhere for Carolina. Bottom of the 19th, we do get a walk. Next batter up is Chris Rosario. That's a base hit right in front of Monster, but take a look at the aggressive base running here. Going all the way from first to third. Now you've got runners at the corners. Full count pitch. Here's a deep drive by Aguero. Is Gonzalez going to make this catch? No, it's going to fall. It will be a ground rule double officially, but this game is over finally. We get a walk-off victory after more than 2 full games of playoff baseball. It's over. That has got to go down as one of the longest, maybe the longest game in GGBL history. Now, if you're looking back at like GGBL, the first version, that was on opening day with, of course, Richmond playing Carolina. And I got to go back and look at the record book, but I think that went 21 innings. I might be wrong. I might be wrong there. It's not 21 innings, was it? If that number feels right. But it could be 19, could be 18. Either way, it is definitely the longest game in GGBL 2.0 that we've ever seen, especially in the postseason. So absolutely crazy, but congratulations to Atlanta. They go up 3-1, a very commanding series lead. Let's get into this one here. We got the AL side, the ALCS, Washington against Michigan. A very good pitching matchup here. You got 2 custom pitchers. Christopher Peterson against Wade Russell. Let's jump here to the top of the second. 2-1 pitch here to Sebastian Salvatore. That one's going to fall. Base hit. It's going to score the game's first run. 1-0 Washington. Salvatore takes the extra base. Nice aggressive base running right there. They will fail to cash in here on the next at-bat. Let's now jump to the bottom of the second as Chris Peterson is in a little bit of a troubling situation here. Sometimes he gets into these little spots where, again, he's really, really dominant, and then at other times he does things like that. A lot of walks, makes mistakes. It's a very wild ride. He's like the Bo Nix. He's the Bo Nix of the GGBL. Very strange, very strange. You can be elite sometimes, and then you can be like, what, WTF? What are we doing here? Bases juiced with nobody out. We get an infield fly. We get a strikeout here on Baldrick Raynell. He helps him out, gets his K. 99 miles an hour. That was a ball. And then we got Brian Plunkett going down 0-2 after a hearty hack at that pitch from Peterson. So 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Strike 3 looking. And Peterson's pumped up. And you know what? Why wouldn't you be? Load the bases with nobody out and find a way to get out of the jam. That's huge. It's absolutely huge. Now let's jump to the bottom of the 5th inning, all the way here to the bottom of the 5th. We've got a deep drive on a 1-2 pitch, 101, triple digits to Todd Galvin. Sends it into the seats. Ground rule double style. Unfortunately, as pumped up as the Mallards are right there, it's not enough to score the run. We'll see if Dom Taylor can get it done here. That is a ground ball right back to Peterson. And that is some really, really tough luck, because that one looked like it was going to get right by Peterson, and if it did, that's scoring the run from third. Like, they make the throw to first, and that's out number 2, and instead it is out number 3. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tie game if Peterson doesn't make that play. So, again, a very clutch play by Peterson. They get out of the jam again, and Michigan's still finding some struggle bussing here offensively. Meanwhile, top of the 6th, DJ Taylor goes yard, and he absolutely smoked it. Triple digits on the exit velo, third home run of the postseason. You love the matchup, righty-lefty, and look at this whip. Boom! See you later. Goodbye, baseball. Lefty-righty. Again, love the matchup. So let's now jump to the bottom of the 6th, and this one's got legs. Going to get some appetizers. That one was hungry. That baseball was hungry. I mean, are these the baseballs that were out there in Atlanta? 19 innings, maybe? That's a long day. Long day. So we have a tie ball game. Brand new ball game. Let's go. It will remain tied up until the top of the 9th as Dean Binks comes on through 6 innings, 7 games, 7 appearances, 4.5 ERA, 6 strikeouts, no walks. He's been very good, very efficient. Second pitch of the at-bat, Douglas Pringle, right down Broadway, a changeup, didn't miss it. You got to get this one in quickly. Got to go. Got to hurry. Here comes the relay. Don Taylor all the way to home and not in time. Salvatore slides in safely. Washington will take the top of the 9th inning lead. Ouch. 0-2 pitch here to Whitaker. See if they can get a little extra. Can't do it. Let's jump to the bottom of the 9th. Could we see another walk-off like we just did in the bottom of the 19th? Well, maybe, potentially, possibly not. Raynell strikes out. Puckett flies out. One more out to get one more run. One more out to get 2 runs to win. Todd Galvin lines it out to center field. That's going to do it. So you guys got treated to, kind of, sort of, in a way, 28 innings of GGBL playoff baseball. Now, granted, you didn't get a lot of those extra innings. They were very, very unentertaining. I can tell you that right now. If there was any drama in there, I probably would have shown it and probably found a way to finagle it and get it in there somehow. But I tell you, man, it was a 2-hour and 43-minute recording. So no, I did not sit there and watch the whole recording. Despite what maybe some of you might think, I do have a life. And no, I did not sit in. Normally I do sit here and I watch the games. Just to kind of get an idea of, like, you know, keep it in the back of my memory bank. Like, hey, this is what happened. This is a big moment in the game. That makes it easier for editing, is to sit here and watch the game. So I do that, but not for 2 hours and 43 minutes. Like, I had to go, okay? Like, I have my kids to take care of at some point, you know? Right. Well, anyway, all that being said, guys, we do have Game 5s upcoming. Washington up 3-1. We've got Atlanta up 3-1. So we'll see in the next episode if those two teams can finish their opponent off, or if we will get a Game 6 and possibly a Game 7 for one of these series, one or both. So I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.